This episode of On the Limb podcast is brought to you in part by Stick Tamer Bow Silencers. Are you a traditional archery hunter or shooter? Stick Tamer was specifically designed for the recurve shooter. Made of a hybrid foam rubber material, Stick Tamer is designed to deaden string slap and limb vibration. Stick Tamer reduces limb and string noise, water resistant, and will last shot after shot. Made in the USA from a hybrid foam rubber for durability. To purchase Stick Tamer and for more information, visit threeriversarchery.com and blackwidowbows.com. Stick Tamer Bow Silencers are available exclusively at threeriversarchery.com and blackwidowbows.com. Folks, welcome to another episode of On the Limb podcast, brought to you by the West Virginia Division of Natural Resources, where deer camp becomes a reality for every listener. Join us as we talk God, family, country, and everything outdoors. Kick back, relax, and have a listen. Now here's your host and co-host Mike and Dan.
So this particular instance was on a stealth cam. I was sitting at the house having a cold beer and waiting for that snow to really start picking up. And several other deer showed up in the area that evening. But he did not. He was not on camera. So I was hunting a different deer actually that morning. I'd only had 2 pictures of him that year. One was in early spring or early fall, and then I had a nighttime photo of him. So it was to my surprise when he showed up literally 20 yards from me 10 minutes after daybreak.
So I kind of, my mind's wandered back. A few years ago, I sat down and talked to a wildlife biologist, a whitetail wildlife biologist, about deer like that. This mystical deer that you was hunting. And I asked him, I said, are they just that smart? He said, no. He said, they probably have an extreme social issue. They're scared of their own shadow. And like if they were a human, they would be somebody that would probably be locked up. Like they are just that bad off. And he said, that's just why they live, because they run from everything. They're scared of everything. If they see one thing out of place, they're never coming back to it. And so apparently you had one of these chemical imbalanced deer that you
I will never tarnish Frank's name like that.
Oh, gosh.
I don't support this evidence.
That does make sense, though, if you think about it. Like,
Never.
You got dogs with anxiety and stuff like that have issues. Why wouldn't any other wildlife have some sort of issue at a time?
Well, yeah, it's 2026. We all got anxiety, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Dan, you're in a state full of it right now. You better be careful.
Yeah, I mean, with all the, with all the COVID stuff, who knows what happened?
Yeah, it was very unique. Like I said, when deer show up on my property, I usually see them quite often. But that particular deer, he would show up once a year in daylight, and it was always chasing does on camera. But then he would disappear, and you'd never see him again. And then, the cell cameras came around, and like I said, I got 2 pictures, one in early fall, and then I got a nighttime picture in November. But he was just passing through. There was another deer that seemed to be kind of controlling the area. But the unique thing about Frank, when I've seen him 5 years ago, this deer had one of the largest necks on a whitetail I'd ever seen. I mean, he was in full-on rut in the middle of October, just huge neck. But when I killed him, he was also at this gigantic neck. This deer was like 9 feet from nose to back hoof, and well exceeding 200-plus pounds. So he was just a unique deer, and in the area that I hunted him and took him in was very special to be able to harvest a deer at that age, because they usually don't make it too long around that area.
I got you. What about you, Mike? What is your go-to hunting story? Like whenever people are sharing hunting stories, you're like, well, that ain't, say, check this out. Well, what's your go-to story?
Well, I have several. I grew up hunting with my brother that is no longer here. So, that's kind of another reason behind our business. We carrying the passion on that he had for turkey hunting. I didn't have the passion for turkey hunting that he did growing up. I've always been a deer hunter. So I grew up in Pocahontas County, hunting up there. And, probably there's not really many stories of myself killing or harvesting animals that stand out. But other than probably I think it was last year. It was year before last. I was with another buddy of ours, John Webb, and I harvested a big 18 and 3/4 inch 6-point. And
wow.
but growing up, I think it was just hunting with my brother and raising my son in the outdoors and seeing him harvest animals. I've got more enjoyment out of that myself, I believe, than actually just the harvests that I've had in the past.
Absolutely, yeah. What about you, Mr. Dan? What's your go-to?
Well, honestly, I've got two stories that really stick out. One when I was first coming into hunting, and then the other one is actually a story with Mike's brother, Tim.
I knew that was coming up.
That's a lot of times my go-to story. And I tell this story because of how amazing this man was at turkey hunting, at turkey calling. I've never seen the likes of it in my life hunting. We was out at our property in Mason County, West Virginia at the time, and he come down there with us, and we was on birds. They was everywhere, just wasn't coming. They was already henned up, everything. We was sitting on top of a ridge, and down this ridge, it was 400 foot down to the river, and across the river is a huge, huge field. And we're sitting on top of this ridge. You can see the gobbler out there in the field with 7 hens. He's like, yep, we're screwed. He said, nah, I'll get them. So there's no way you're calling a turkey with hens across the river up a mountain. Lo and behold, he called a gobbler with 7 hens across the river up a mountain.
Oh, wow.
And my father-in-law missed the shot.
Oh,
He got him within 20 yards, and he didn't kill the gobbler. So, it was just in awe of what this man could do to work a turkey and get it to respond. And
that is awesome.
That's what the Talk of the Woods about.
Yeah, so that's awesome. So, what, like with y'all's podcast, like where do you hope to see it go, and kind of what's your plans with it?
Well, we hope,
Bro,
with go ahead, Dan.
No, yeah, I'd say grow, get the reach out there, and get people interested in it. Like, deer camp is kind of starting to be a thing of the past. You don't really see it as much.
Right.
It's like when we was growing up, that was the big thing. You took the whole week off. You went to deer camp. Your uncles, your cousins, everybody was there. The grown-ups was out there cutting up, drinking some beer. The kids were cleaning the dishes. Whatever.
Right.
They was put to work. They was made to do the things and to earn their spot, their right to be there.
Yeah, 100%.
So I'd love to see that, to be able to keep that alive, kind of type thing where we can sit down. Like I don't know if you remember check-in stations. Gone. Everything's online pretty much now, so you can't go out and show off your deer. So now we got to get it out there some way. It's just the way I want to get it out there. Just being able to talk these stories, talk about Frank the Tank, and let other people hear that story so they can enjoy it too.
Absolutely. What about you, Mr. Mike? What would you hope to see come of this?
Well, I tell you what, like Dan said, the deer camp and keeping the hunting traditions alive is one of the biggest things that we wanted to do. But we've kind of evolved into being a voice for the outdoors in West Virginia and just a place to come enjoy West Virginia, the wild and wonderful, the beautiful state that we live in, the mountain state. So one of the things that we have proposed with the DNR is we want to be that voice for the DNR that helps them get their regulations out to a mass population of people. When it comes to changes within regulations, when it comes to the opening set, what is the meetings that they have? I had it right on the tip of my tongue. We got one coming up. It's the commission. So like the commission meetings, you'll have all the different districts talk about different things going on in their area, different things that people are wanting to propose. We want to be a voice to help that get out and to let people know and be informed about what's going on with the DNR, what they're doing for our state.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's awesome. What about you, PJ?
You know, I want all those things, but I really just want my kids to look at me and say, "That's my dad."
That's awesome. Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome. I love it. Yep.
Yeah, that is cool.
My son, he loves the podcast. So, you know, I just want them to see that they can do anything and they can put themselves out there. You don't have to be afraid to speak in public, and you know, you can interact with people and keep sharing the love of the outdoors and everything that we do. So, yeah, I think that's my most important thing.
That's awesome. So where all is your podcast available, and kind of how do y'all do y'all show? Like, what kind of schedule are y'all on?
Well, we try to do every Tuesday. Sometimes that don't work out with Dan's schedule being out of town working, you know, different things, because I still work a regular job. BJ works a regular job. So we try to schedule things on Tuesdays, but if not, we'll move it to Thursdays. And we'll kind of, you know, go along with the guest on when they want to come on. We're flexible when it comes to that. We try to air about every week some episode. We keep about a backlog of anywhere from a week to 2 weeks. That way we have extra stuff to go out at all times. But of course, we're on Gen7 Outdoors TV. We're on that channel there.
Yes.
We're on Carbon TV. We're on Listen Notes. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music. There's about 20. Facebook. Yeah, there's Facebook, Instagram, Rumble. There's YouTube. There's probably about 25 or 30 different podcast networks that we're on that we can't even get analytics for. But you know, you can actually find our podcast out there in Spanish if you're fluent with Spanish and that's all you want to listen to.
I totally want to hear that.
I found that. Yeah.
Dan found that.
Oh my God.
I stumbled across that somehow. I don't remember what I was even doing, and I'd seen it. I'm like, that's our podcast. That's our logo.
Yeah.
What the heck is this? Like, I couldn't read the words.
How did we sound?
I clicked on it, and it was all translated into Spanish. So I put like closed captioning on, and it was us talking what we was talking about. I'm like, so I called Mike. I'm like, dude, we have a translated version of our podcast in Spanish. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, how did we sound, Dan?
What's that?
How did we sound?
It was a translation. I don't know.
He was really kind of stuck by that.
we were hoping that he would kind of like
Mexican
translate it for us.
Was that like a sexy
Antonio
Banderas?
Like a female voice that took over for BJ,
Oh.
was it? like one with the British accent, like, oh, and when I was
Hello.
hunting, I saw.
You want a spot? Are you drinking a spot of tea, Mr. Welder?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Hello.
Oh my gosh. So, all right. So you got the podcast, you got distributed, y'all doing good. You got a good network of guys there. What would be like something that y'all may want to venture out to do besides the podcast?
I don't know if there's any time
We'll
for
start
anything
with
else.
Mike first.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if there's any time for anything else.
Yeah, this is consuming. It really is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know, especially for Mike.
I'm thinking about a live podcast on the back of the Misty Fiord in Alaska.
I mean, I'm open to anything, but one of my, you know, I don't want to say idol, but one of the guys that I look up to in this industry is obviously Pat McAfee. I mean,
Oh my goodness! Yeah.
look at the podcast that he's created on a national network now. I mean, you're talking about a guy that was born and raised in Pennsylvania, came to West Virginia University, and was one of the best kickers that ever came there, and played in NFL, and now he's got his own podcast, and he's sponsored by ESPN.
Did you just throw down to have Pat McAfee on our show?
I'll have him on the show any day he wants to come.
I'm telling you what.
Hey, honestly, if we can get Pat McAfee and the runaway beer truck at the same time.
Oh, Big Owen Schmidt, baby.
Done.
Yeah,
I don't know if I could survive that. I don't know if I could survive that.
Jody, you know who we're talking about. I mean, you're down south. You're down there.
I know who you're talking about. Yes, I'm familiar with his podcast there.
Yep.
I would also like to be trending number 1 on Gen 7 Outdoors. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I was looking.
Y'all doing pretty good. But so y'all already like y'all up in the top numbers. So let me ask you, like, what would be your top 3 people that you would invite on your podcast? Like, I mean, just give them, be like, okay, if I was going to pick, and I know it may be different for each of you. And for this one, I'm going to start with BJ.
Okay.
So I'm going to start with BJ. What if you could just get anybody that got to be alive, right?
Okay. All right.
But after that, it can be anybody. So who would be your top 3?
I think my top 3 would be Tim Wells.
Okay.
Jackie Bushman.
That'd be a good one.
And Bill Jordan. I think those are the 3 guys that I grew up with that influenced me the most when it come to hunting and the adventure behind chasing a trophy. So, yeah, I think those would be my top 3.
What about you, Mike?
Well, first and foremost, I'm going to have to say Ted Nugent.
Oh, yeah. That kind of slipped my mind. Yeah, Ted.
Uncle Ted.
Uncle Ted.
Uncle Ted is...
I ain't changing my answers.
Don't you do it.
But, yeah, I'll go back old school, too. I mean, I'd like to... I grew up watching Bill dance. And I grew up watching Night in Hell.
Okay.
So,
that's a good one.
Harold Knight. Yeah, that would be one.
Very cool. But what about you, Mr. Dan? They done got like most of the good ones. I don't know.
Two of them's been said already. So
go ahead.
Uncle Ted.
That help confirms. Go ahead.
Yeah, Uncle Ted first and foremost. Obviously, that would be a dream. And what's awesome about that, I did a job in Michigan, and I was like 15 miles from his farm.
Oh man,
up there. So I tried to drive past it, but I didn't know exactly where it was. But the guy was telling me I was close to it. I guess I missed it. Tim Wells, just because that dude's nuts. The things that he'll do to hunt
yes.
is awesome. And I'm Michael Waddell. I mean,
ooh, that's a good one.
Watching some of his stuff, he's hysterical. He's hysterical. Like, I think he would be an absolute blast to hang out with, talk with, BS with, just hear the stories that man has. Some of the turkey stories he's told is just ungodly. Like, it's so funny to hear the things they've done to each other while they're hunting and tricks they've played on each other and all that.
Very true. Yep. Those would be some good ones. Now, out of those, like, y'all need to zero in on like 1 to 2, and y'all need to start blasting them. Like,
absolutely.
Like, hey, we want you. Yeah. So out of those, who would be your top 2? Like, all of y'all kind of brainstorm there. Who would be the top 2 that y'all need to go after?
Definitely Ted Nugent.
Yeah, I think Tim Wells was
yeah, and honestly, the thing with that, I think Ted or Tim would be willing to talk. I really do think that.
I do too. I think you're right.
Some of the most willing.
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
They're not afraid to get.
They'll probably be pretty willing. I don't know. He's a busy man.
They're not. He's got his own podcast now as well.
Yeah.
Ted and Tim, they're not opposed to getting out and talking to the public. They love getting, their voice out there.
I just showed Tim this shirt that I'm wearing right here, and he'd come on that show.
I asked BJ, I said, did you wear that during the 4th of July?
Oh, man. I dressed to impress. I got camo shorts on.
Yeah.
Brand new by Redhead straight out of the Bass Pro Shop.
America.
And then right off of TikTok, I got an American Bald Eagle button-up baseball jersey.
He ain't got a shirt on under it, though.
I got her faint. Yeah, I'm just sitting here, nips out, having a good time.
Yeah, that's awesome.
There you go.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Whatever makes you feel happy in yourself. It's okay.
Exactly.
Right.
You can hear this thing scream.
You forgot about your hat there.
Oh, and I got my full rut hat on.
Full rut.
Thank you so much, Dwayne and Kelly. You guys are awesome. We really appreciate that. Wonderful people. Can't wait to get on a boat with you here soon.
Yeah, I see this.
Yeah, that's a good hat choice.
It's
That's
a
the same
beautiful
one I
hat.
got on.
Yeah.
I got to get a full rut hat. I'm not sure. I was talking with Greg and
Greg
which
Bowman.
is Greg Bowman. He's got a full rut hat.
Oh,
I
he
do not
did.
have one yet. I don't know. I need to talk to Dwayne. Say,
Jody,
hey,
I'll make a call when I get off here. Okay?
Yeah, let BJ make.
I'll handle it. I'll handle it for you.
I appreciate it. You do that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Shoot me address.
I'm a barber in like real life. That's what I do for a living is cut hair. But I'm like one of these barbers who has like the big bald spot in the back. I don't know. It's kind of like
That beard's gorgeous.
You would think as a barber you would have hair. I had to grow the beard to make up for like the
what, that
dish on
is
the back of my head. That big piece of baloney that I carry around everywhere I go.
That beard's
sad.
majestic.
I wanted to get one of them like one of them hair unit things, right? Like I was going to like get that I thought about doing that, but if I did it, I won't like you can order them with like 10 inches of hair.
Yes.
So I would want that shaved to sides, braid it, and I would just have a Viking style for a little while. You know what I mean? I don't have the muscle for it, but I would have the hair and the beard.
You
know
got some Norway in you. I can see it.
Nice.
Dude, I would like to do it. Get some of them fake stick-on tattoos and have on the sides here. You know what I mean? I would roll it.
We could just go to one of those henna tents and just get painted up.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude. But no, I'm just a boring Jody. He's got the ball cap on. I gotta step out of the comfort zone at some point. Kind of like you, Mike, with your nips out. I've gotta let it go. You know what I mean? At some point,
No, that wasn't Mike. That's BJ over here. That's BJ over here. My nips are enclosed.
So BJ's the one that's walking around bare-breasted?
Yeah.
He's
full on hairy nips.
He's still in 250, baby. 4th of July.
I'm glad y'all's camera didn't come on.
I know. It would have scared the
man,
daylights
I
out of
could see
everybody.
all that.
Buddy, I'm telling you,
Lord.
this right here
Dang.
is one of the things that bring,
I don't know, Mike, even if Mike's shirtless, I don't know if you'd see his nips anyhow, that bare hairy chest he's got.
Hey, buddy, I was drinking coffee at an early age. They told me to put hair on my chest.
I know, right?
It worked, I guess, right? Yeah.
Oh, love it.
So I always, as a barber, you always like give this advice. You say, if you want a thicker beard, you need to start shaving. So like it'd be like a kid, it'd be like 14 or 15.
Yes.
He's got like a spatchy neck beard. Like, dude, if you shaved every day, your beard would grow in full. Like I started shaving really young. I had like a beard. I looked like that guy who sold OxyClean when I was like 13. I mean, it was like coming in strong. So for you to have chest hair like that, PJ, did you start shaving like your chest and like body shaving when you was young?
It's just all natural, man. It just came on there like a rug and it just stayed there.
He said it's
like 9 years old, 10 years old. You just wake up one morning.
Oh yeah.
And like,
got the hairy nips first, and then the rest of it filled in. And what's cool is you get older.
Fast, right?
As you get older, it kind of turns into like Neapolitan. So my dad, he was white on the chest and black on the belly, so that's where I'm heading right now.
Dude, that's almost like one of them bear colors you see where they got like the white spot in it right here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're like, wow.
He's like an old sun bear.
Yeah, it's our Native American heritage just shining through bright and proud.
Okay. So like, who are some of the people that you're going to have on like your podcast here coming up?
Well, right now we don't have a schedule of anybody coming on next Tuesday.
So you are open for Ted Nugent this following weekend?
Yeah, we're open. Yeah. We're open for Ted Nugent next week for sure. Now we do have a schedule of some
Tuesday,
people.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, doesn't matter.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Take off work for Ted, don't you? Uncle Ted,
we would make time for him.
Monday through Sunday.
I call in the rest of the week.
Yeah. BJ's in the union. He just call off anytime.
I call off when I want to.
Golly. See, down here in North Carolina, we don't have a lot of union jobs. We just get fired. They call it a right to work state, but it's actually a right to fire.
We're a right to work state as well, but I got a right to give you something else too.
Yeah, that's right.
I tell you what, I got a right to do. I got a right to eat some pepperoni rolls.
We got like these 5-pound pepperoni rolls, Jody.
You was over there eating yours while I was trying to set this stuff up.
Well, you know what?
What's the
Did
deal with
Mama
the
make him, Michael?
Yeah, you're on camera. We can see your nips.
What's that? What's that,
Who made
Dan?
the pepperoni rolls?
Oh, you know where we got these from.
Oh, it's right here from Nikki's Bar and Grill.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. These
Okay,
things.
I was gonna say did you want them or did you get those from Nikki's?
No,
Yeah, they're Nikki's.
Mama didn't make them, but
Nikki's makes some good ones.
Nikki's does make some good ones, but Mama does too.
Man, y'all got it going on up there.
Listen, Jody, you come on down here anytime. We will serve
Pepperoni
you
rolls.
up
If you ain't had it, you're missing
pepperoni
life.
roll heaven. Yeah,
I need to come up there and hang out.
you do.
Jody, you do. Here, I'm gonna share a picture with you real quick,
Come on.
just so you can see this. I want you to talk about this real quick. I just want you. I mean, cause you just looking at it, you can taste it.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Let's see. I haven't seen a picture pop up yet.
Listen, you can stay
It's
over
coming.
at the house, Jody. I'm a bachelor, so you can come over and hang out at the pad. I got like 17 deer on the wall, cold beer, chickens. I got a chicken named Johnny Ringo. I think he's a,
But let me ask you. I just have to ask. Like,
Yeah.
so are okay. So you're at a bar, right? Let's say you're sitting at a bar. There's this good-looking chick comes in, and you're sitting there, and you lean over. He's like, you need to come back to my place. 'Cause I got like 55 deer on the wall, and I got a turkey.
you don't tell them till they
believe
get
it's
there,
turkey
Jody.
or not.
Yeah.
Well,
Because by then they
you're
think-
in the country states.
Yeah, I'm only 4 miles
Yeah.
outside of city limits,
Right,
but they
right.
think they're in Deliverance. They're like, oh my God, I hear banjos.
He wasn't.
mean-
Hey, Jody, he wasn't trying to hit on you.
Yeah.
I got you. I kind of felt unsafe. I'll be honest with you. I kind of there for a minute. I'm like, oh, cool. Then it got weird.
Listen,
I don't know.
listen. This is a safe space. It's
Safe
okay.
space.
When he lowered his voice down and started
everything's
talking, I knew then, like,
Well, you know, BJ,
Yeah.
BJ's got that radio voice.
Yeah.
yeah, he does. He does good with it. He was using it, trying to lure me in.
I
but
was
no,
trying.
No,
I was really trying.
Yeah.
I even
There's
threw
no
out my
roofies
rooster.
coming
You
in
know what
my
I mean?
American cup. I ain't having that.
Listen, a man has to extend an invite. You know what I mean?
Did you get that picture yet, Jody?
No, it won't come up on this thing.
Oh,
I'm not going to
I think where you're streaming live, it
Oh,
won't show up.
well,
You ain't got
All the
Jody's
limb
digits?
thing's gone too.
Yeah, it's probably the I think it is probably where's the streaming live thing. And you know, we always do this in video, but you know, this has been a learning experience. So this may be an audio only podcast. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the audio is coming in pretty good, but the video,
yeah.
yeah. So if you're listening to this, there may not be a video with it. There may be a video. It may be a video of just Dan kind of walking around the back of an apartment complex. We'll make him, like one day, a while ago, I looked up and he ain't there no more. I'm like, somebody done kidnapped Dan. Then
Could you imagine if Bad Boys started playing in the background and Dan just disappeared?
I didn't know where PJ was. I'm like, you just snagged him and took him to the house with the deer and turkeys. I didn't know what
Oh
happened.
yeah. Oh, I do have a full
The
strut
dog
gobbler
ran
too.
off. I had to go find him.
Yep. The gobbler got out. He had to go get
If
him.
you look, right there.
Yeah, I see. I didn't know. All I know is I looked up and I'm like, wow, he ain't there no more. He
Yeah.
done abandoned this. He's like, this is not working out well for me tonight.
So, Jody, what do you like to hunt best? You like to hunt turkey or deer?
Well, for me, I grew up running beagles and coonhounds, and
Oh,
I liked going after like bear. We did that for about 10 years,
Okay.
and where I live at here, we have I don't know, got a lot of whitetail. There ain't like no monster. Like we're in North Carolina, no one saves up money to go hunt North Carolina for whitetail deer. So,
Sorry,
I
Jay.
like to deer hunt. I do a lot of deer hunting, but I kind of got out of the coon dogs and that kind of stuff when my daughter was born. I sold those off, but you know, I grew up being kind of a hound hunter, and then turned into more of a whitetail hunter. I went through a divorce actually, just about 5 years ago, 6 years, I guess 6 years ago now, and I was like, you know, I'm going to like hold out, and I'm going to meet a woman who loves the outdoors the way I do. Because, you know, I mean, there's a lot of men who are like, you know, if I just had a partner I could share this with, right?
Yeah.
So I just held out. Good Lord put a woman like that in my life. And just let me tell you, I don't have a favorite stand no more. I'm hunting on the edge of like neighbor's property against a posted sign. She's took that over.
I'm happy for you, man. That's my dream
she's
too.
kinda over here, but yeah, she's shaking her head, but it's the truth. You know what I mean? It's like
That's
the
fantastic.
best guns that I have. I don't even know where they're at now. She wanted her own safe. I don't have the combination. I think my stuff's in there, but I can't prove it because I can't get in it.
It's okay.
I mean, it's very it's very different. Like she had a part-time job for a long time, so I would just get text message that, you know, deer were killed. I was at work, so I wasn't able to get over there. So it you know, on the outside, you think, you know, this is what I personally want, and this is what. But once you get it, it's like ice cream. You may want 2 milkshakes, but that second one going down is going to probably make you wish you just like had that one. But
Careful with your words, Jody. She's close.
She's sitting right over
She's
there.
very
You're about
close.
to see a fish fly across the screen here in a minute.
yeah, she's giving me mean looks.
We about to say, oh, where'd Jody go?
Yeah, hey, Joe, I'll be like, Dan, I just disappeared too. Won't be no dog. It'll be like, I won't come back.
What a blessing. What a blessing.
So we met about 5 years ago, then got married, and so we like to deer hunt and all that kind of stuff, go fishing, and you know, it's kind of like you was talking, Mike, earlier, like when you take somebody hunting, like she's from Sacramento, California.
Holy
So she grew up in the city and like a totally different lifestyle.
Yeah.
So when you get to share the outdoors with somebody, you know, that means a lot more, and it makes it, I don't know how to put it, but I was a lot more excited with her killing a deer than if I had killed a deer that year, that type thing.
Yeah,
you know,
man, I'm
helping
telling
seal
you.
the deal.
It makes it complete, is what it is.
So when I've been with my son the several times that he's killed deer, all the way from a spike up to his 8-point, you know, those times that I was with him and he harvested those animals, it's almost like the memories that I had, it trumped those like you wouldn't believe. I mean, the excitement. And I still get excited for myself, like last year.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, if you lose the excitement while you're hunting any animal, you need to stop.
Right.
Because it's just, you know, you've lost it. But that's one of the things that you want to strive not to lose is that excitement that you get from the outdoors, the adrenaline rush that you get by doing those things. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
It's just, it's crazy. And, you know, you talking about hunting with your wife, that's awesome. I mean, I'm so glad and happy for you guys. But, like, my wife, she doesn't hunt. She does fish a little bit. But she really has no interest to hunt. But I'm going to tell you what she does do. She don't care that I go hunting or fishing. And she'll even pack us snacks.
Your wife is a supporter. Yeah, she is a supporter of everything you do, and that is exactly what every man strives for.
That's exactly right.
I think Rachel is a wonderful person. She supports everything Michael does.
She's amazing. She really is. I'm very, very blessed.
So somebody like on my end, all I'm hearing.
Mike,
go ahead, Dan.
No, I was just saying, if you know Mike, he's got to have his snacky snacks.
Little Debbie.
Every 15 minutes.
Oh, little Debbie.
No, isn't Mike the one who's doing like this archery thing and all this stuff?
Oh boy,
I've cut.
I guarantee he's got little snacky snacks in that pack while he's walking.
No, dude.
No.
I was looking.
I have.
He was the pictures that I see online. You can tell, like, that's like a 10-mile hike. Only thing he has is like pretty much everything that you find on the health websites. I mean, he looks pretty fit. He looks very serious in that.
I don't know.
There's little Debbie Christmas trees from in that pack somewhere.
Now I'm gonna tell you, I have cut the little Debbies out.
Going on.
I've cut the little Debbies out, but as soon as Halloween rolls around, them Christmas trees will be dropping.
Oh, they're coming. Yep.
I ain't playing. It's something about the Christmas tree, boys.
I don't know. So I've
Sitting in
been
there all the
yeah. So hearing you describe like that relationship, all I can hear is that you have your very own deer stand. Nobody's in it but you, right? You're the
unless
one
his
checking.
son beats him to it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So my daughter's 13, and she last year. This is a true story. This is really bad. So last year she wanted to go hunting and to kill a deer. And my dad passed away a few years ago, and I inherited his like Marlin 30 and has a country boy. Getting your dad's 30 is like that's the Mecca gun that you want. You know what I'm saying? So I got that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I had that, and I was like, what an awesome thing would be for her to kill her first deer with Daddy's gun, right? So I didn't care what she killed. I mean, blow the spots off something. I don't care. Just kill whatever.
Yeah.
So here we go. And I'm like, I want to let her carry this gun, but it's a 1972 Marlin. Like, I'm not going to load it. I'm just going to like let her carry it. That kind of deal. I don't want to put one in the chamber and something happen or with her having it at 13. So I give the gun to her. She gets down there. A few hours later, here comes this really big doe out. She gets on it, pulls the hammer back, pulls the trigger, and it just clicks. Like I totally forgot to put a shell in it.
Oh,
A cartridge.
Oh Lord.
And she knows. I mean, at 13, she knows I screwed up. And the eyes that she gave me, like, I mean, she flipped
Really,
over at
Dad?
me.
You deserved every bit of it.
Yeah, like she, here, get it to me. So I'm sitting here, and like putting a cartridge in a 30-30 is like dropping, a I don't know, a 2-inch wrench off of a bullnoser. You know what I'm saying? It was very loud. And I'm sitting here, I'm like trying to slide this thing in, and I get it like loaded, and I hand it back, and about the time that she gets the deer in the scope, it like steps off into the woods. And the next morning, she's getting ready for school, and we're sitting here, and we have like European mounts because they're like cheap because now it costs so much to mount a deer. So we got European mounts here in the house, and we got a couple nice ones. Like I ended up getting like a nice 10-pointer. Lisa got a really big 8-pointer, and they're kind of like when you walk in the door, we put them there so people have the impression that we know how to hunt. It's just like BJ, you just happened to be at the right place, right time.
Right.
But
My deer had anxiety.
with that bipolar deer he had.
A lot of bipolar.
But yeah, so anyway, so it's over here, and she's sitting there, and she looked up, she seen that, she said, Dad, if that deer would have had antlers, like either one of those two, I would have never forgive you. But since it's a doe, I'm going to try to process it. I said, okay, 13, man, 13 years old. So this year, I'm going to buy a crossbow, and I don't even have a cross. I got like my Bowtech back here, and Lisa shoots the Carbon Rose, I think it's called. Yeah. And so I bought Megan a Matthews Mission, and she shoots it, but she don't, it ain't strong enough to kill a deer. So we're going to get a crossbow, and hopefully, I'll definitely have an arrow in that thing when she gets ready to shoot. So
yeah, Dad, you got this is like you got one job. Get an arrow in that crossbow.
Yeah, it is so, I failed so bad in that one. And I'm fortunate that she actually wants to get out and hunt and do that kind of stuff. But I don't know, it's been an interesting journey with that. But getting Lisa out in the woods and getting some deer on the ground with her.
Yeah.
And then got a couple stepsons, and trying to get them off the video games and outside. That's actually turned into more of a challenge than I thought it was going to be. But yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I have kind of an opposite story of yours. So my daughter, she hadn't been hunting at a young age, but she'd been fishing. She'd been in the outdoors. We go camping and stuff all the time. And, last year she comes to me and she says, Dad, I want to get my hunting license. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm ready to go. So I signed her up for all the classes. You got to take your safety class and your hands-on class and all that stuff with the DNR. And so I got all of her classes and stuff done. She did her online class in one day. She finished it up. And then we had scheduled for her to do her in-person test. And she was like, I got to go in somewhere and take a test. I'm like, yeah, you're going to be fine. It's okay. So here in West Virginia, you go in and you do your hands-on. They'll show you a gun, and they'll demonstrate how to hold it and how to load it and different things like that, how to safely cross a fence or go down a hill and different things like that. So, before we went, I showed her. I said, this is how you're going to load a shotgun. This is how you're going to load a bolt-action rifle. This is how you're going to load a single shot, 410. And showed her what arrows was, showed her what broadheads was, because they ask you those things too.
Right.
And, man, I was like, it was so exciting to know that her being just in the fishing part of the outdoors, it led her into wanting to hunt because she knows it's a family timeless tradition that we have. And she's like, yeah, I want to do it. So we got that all good. First day of gun season comes up. We're out there. We get out there and get set up. And I knew where I'd been out there. I'd scouted a little bit at this area. I knew where the deer were walking through. I knew where their paths were. And I set her up 10 yards in front of where these deer were going to come through. And so she's facing right towards the deer. I'm facing the opposite direction. I want to look down in the bottom, but I know these deer are working this little ridge. There was a little flat on this. And so she's facing right towards them. She's got her gun ready to go, loaded, safety's on. These deer come walking through. There's 3 of them. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, you got to be quiet. Don't move, nothing before they're coming through. I was like, I hear them coming. I was like, they're coming right behind us. They're exactly on that trail I told you they was going to be on. They're going to walk right in front of you. She's like, okay. So she gets her gun up. She's got a single shot 410. She's got a slug in it. Takes the safety off because she's got it up on her knee. Them deer come walking through like nothing's there. And I told her, I said, you take the biggest one, I don't. And so it comes walking through. And the biggest one in there, she waited till it come through. It was the last one. And she took her shot. And she was like, did I get it? Did I get it? And I'm like, no, I don't believe you did. I said, I think you missed a little bit. And it was like, I think she missed high.
Yeah.
And I was like, they just took off running. And we sat there. She looked at me. She was shaking. I mean, the adrenaline that she got from that, that right there was enough to get me through the rest of the year.
Oh, it's a great sign. Great sign.
Yeah.
And
very true.
So we sat there, and I said, now it's not done. Don't think the hunt's done. I said, it may not be the same deer, but I said there'll be more deer come back through. We're right in the middle of this throughway that they're working through here. And so they come down on the bottom flat. So I'm facing down towards the bottom. She's still facing up. Well, they come from her right side. And I told her, I said, you're gonna have to somehow maneuver to get around, because we were sitting in. She was up against a big tree, and I was too. We hunt on the ground, and I said, you're gonna have to maneuver some way to get around so you can get a shot on these deer. They're coming. I said, I can see them out there. I seen them out there probably 75, 100 yards out, and they were on the trail that was coming right towards us. And so that was another time that her adrenaline just exploded, and she didn't even get a shot at these deer. I mean, just her being a part of it and experiencing it. I said, you know what you have now? I said, don't look at this as a defeat. I said, look at this as a story.
Yes.
You have a story that you can tell now to all the people that want to hunt.
Yep.
And I said, that's the awesome part about it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Anytime, even me looking back, my childhood and all this mistakes that I made hunting and that kind of stuff, it always turned into like the first buck that I killed. My brother's 10 years older than me. He took me hunting. I was like 13 years old. And, growing up here, like my parents, their idea of getting you warm was a pair of Long Johns, 2 pair of blue jeans. I mean, it was nothing really like any kind of hunting clothes. It was just like you just put on more work clothes and go sit in the cold. So I was sitting down there and I started freezing. I'm like 13. I was muzzleloader hunting. I didn't know anything about the muzzleloader except pulling the hammer back, pulling the trigger. I'm like, I'm done. I'm going to the house. Well, so I heard like a shot coming from the bottoms where my brother was at. And I'm like, man, if I ain't down there to help him get that deer out, he's going to be really mad. It's going to be bad. I said, I better walk back down there. So here I just I go down there and he's not in, he hasn't come out of his field yet. So I get back up in the stand and I'm just like chilling. All of a sudden I look over and here comes this little 6-pointer out. And I smoke him. And he just hits the ground right there, and I'm like so excited. My first deer, this and that. And what happened was somebody hunting the property beside of us is the one who shot. And then that ran that deer over I guess it missed that 6-pointer because he definitely was like trotting and something was up. And he was just, push him out of that. So then my brother come up and I told him what all I had done and this and that. And it was kind of, but it's the crazy stuff that makes the best stories and the memories. There's a million other deer hunts I went on that I don't even remember anything about, but that one being that stupid.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So, well, guys, I appreciate you coming on board and sharing your stories and tell us about your podcast. And so if there's somebody.
Yeah, we appreciate you having us.
Yeah. So if there's somebody listening who wants to start a podcast, there's actually a lot of kids in high school and getting out of school who want to work their way into the outdoor industry.
Yeah.
And I talk to these people a lot and, with Gen7 Outdoors, the TV channel, and they're not ready to be on the channel yet. They're not really even putting YouTube stuff, but they're excited about wanting to do it. What kind of advice? We'll start with Mike. I go to all three of y'all on this. We'll end with BJ. Not that I'm picking on him, but hey, on that list, he was at the bottom, so they listed him last. But anyway, so Mike, what advice would you give them? Somebody, especially young youth wanting to get sharing their outdoor experiences and that kind of stuff.
Well, first of all, I would tell them to, create relationships. That's one of the biggest things that I think has pushed us to where we are today, is because of the relationships that we've created. We had the Nature's Voice Game Calls business to start with, and we still do. But through all the trade shows and the things that we've done in the outdoor industry, been on the NWTF stage back in the early, 2010 or 2011, 2012, 2013, we got to meet a lot of different people. We've only done probably 4 or 5 episodes without a guest, and we've done over 200 episodes. So there's always people out there that you can connect with and that you can talk with, and everybody's got a story to share. So create those relationships, and don't just create it for the podcast. Create those relationships to become friends with them, and then carry it on into a business relationship.
Oh, very true. What about you, Mr. Dan?
Honestly, work hard. Don't give up on yourself. There's going to be hard days. There's going to be easy days. Strive for the hard days and push through them.
Yeah.
Make the hard days your own. Enjoy it.
Yeah,
it's going to pay off in the end.
Absolutely. What about you, BJ?
I'm going to go old school. I'm going to say you just push and pray until something happens. Everything that is possible is through our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
That's right.
Give him the glory. Make sure you keep your head up and you keep pushing, you keep praying, and great things will happen for you.
Yep.
Hey, amen on that. Absolutely, guy.
Yeah.
That's a good. You kind of ended on a high note there. Well, I wasn't expecting that.
I try my best.
BJ comes in clutch, buddy.
Dude, it's like you just never know. No wonder y'all have him as that he's in the background, but then when he talks, it's it can be really profound or it's really way out there. He does good with it.
I'm a wild card.
Yeah. No, Jody, that's one of our things
you throw it to BJ.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. That's one of our things that we try to use as our platform, God, family, country, and everything outdoors. We're not just going to get on here and talk about just the outdoors and the different stories. We want to include that into, God, family, and country, because all those things, we have all those things because God has put us where we are.
So I was sitting the other day, and I just want to add this on what BJ said. So I was sitting the other day, and I was having lunch with this guy who is a retired minister. He's kind of my mentor, Mr. Perry. And I told Perry I was telling him all about the channel. And, you know, there's a lot of things that happen in the back end that's pretty stressful, and you just have to, you know, hammer like like Dan said. You gotta make the rough days, the hard days your own, and just hammer through. And that's just what you gotta do.
Yep.
So I was having like one of those times, and I was telling him, I was like, you know, I just pray, you know, good Lord helps me with this, and like lift it up. He said, no, he said, that ain't it. He said, good Lord ain't here to help you with that channel, Jody. And I said, what do you mean? He said, so what the good Lord wants you to do is want you to say, I can't do it. I have to have you do it, God. I don't need your help. I need all of you to do it. And then God then will do it in a miraculous way. And then he wants all the praise. He doesn't want Jody to be, 60%, God 40%. He just like lay it on to him. He said, you just need to pray and put it on to him. And you just hammer what you're supposed to be doing that day and say, God, take care of it.
Amen.
And I remember we talked about that on the podcast when we first did it.
Yeah.
So since we talked that day, there is probably 20 to maybe even 30 new producers that either are just got live recently or in the process of getting their content ready or going to come on in August. I've got a ton of people who have reached out who are, probably going to be this fall when they come on board. So it's like, kind of like whenever we said that, and then BJ's talking about that again about, getting God, these kids who want to do this, get God in. It's just, sometimes you just have to get out of God's way and just pray, do what you're supposed to do, but just pray and just put it on him and say, Lord, this is what I want.
Yeah.
This is in my heart. And then just let God move. And that's what's going on over here right now. It's just unreal.
Amen.
So guys, I appreciate y'all being a part of Gen7. I appreciate y'all sitting down with us tonight. We definitely ran into technical difficulties. I'm using this new this app, and I ain't gonna say like what company I'm using, but it's like we're just trying out different stuff. And tonight was one time on 101 it does great, but doing this it's been interesting.
Yeah.
So again, if video, just know I did a lot of editing, and if you just hear this on the audio, just know you're blessed. It worked out better for you that way. No, I'm joking.
I put my shirt back on.
So no, it's but man, I appreciate all of y'all coming on board with us, guys.
Hey, it's been a pleasure, Jody.
Blessed to be
And,
here.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I just, I appreciate it. We'll be promoting y'all, and I always enjoy listening to y'all's podcast. And if there's anything that I can do, just holler and shoot me a text, and I'll be happy to help out however I can. And I always love sitting down and talking with y'all. And I appreciate all y'all do for the channel and promoting us the way y'all do and that kind of stuff. And I really appreciate that.
Appreciate you too.
Yep, sure do.
Well, so
Thank you.
yeah, I thank y'all. So if you listen to this podcast, just know that Gen7 Outdoors Podcast has its own website now. It's called Gen7podcast.com. It's available on Gen7 Outdoors, and it's available everywhere else. Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, all the other, I don't know, there's a bunch now. It's got our podcast on it. And I want to add to everyone listening that the other day I got an email. I shared it with my daughter. I was very excited. We are, even though we're only 2 episodes in, we are right now the number 11 podcast in wilderness in Nigeria, apparently, because that's what that email was sent from, like VCast or something like that.
Yeah.
I said, Megan, come here, look at this. She came in, I said, look, we're number 11. Oh, Dad, cool. I was like, yeah. Then she said, Nigeria? Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, I don't know the population.
It don't matter.
Yeah, I don't know the population. We're number 11. You know what I mean? Like, I
That's
don't know
right.
if they speak English, but yeah, hey.
Dude,
And-
that's
and
that's
I-
awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, fantastic.
Yeah, and I told her, I was like, I said, we talk a lot about God, and them people right there may need God.
Hey, we're all God's children. You know that.
Yeah, so you don't never know. Like, but yeah, no, so y'all know that there's going to be some Nigerians checking us out. And I appreciate all of you in Nigeria who watch our podcast. Thank you so much.
That's awesome.
But anyway, I hope all of y'all have a blessed night, guys. And for everybody listening, I just pray the good Lord bless y'all. Thank you again. And go check out Gen7 Outdoors. It's available on all the TV apps and mobile apps, free to watch. Tons of content now on there, so go check it out. And I hope everyone has a good night. Y'all take care.
Thank you, Jody.
Thank you, Jody. Appreciate you.
Thanks.
Yeah, we'll see y'all.
All right, guys. So we're back on our own network here, and we just got rid of Jody there. Jody was he's the creator and founder of Gen7 Outdoors TV, now doing Gen7 Outdoors podcast. So we sure appreciate him having us on as guests to his show. Dan will probably be here in just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and play one of our ads real quick, and we're just going to talk about our episode that we just went through. Do you want the true Western hunt experience? Book your hunt of a lifetime today with Highland Outfitters, LLC. Located in Highland, Wyoming, 50 miles west of Casper. Their location in central Wyoming gives you access to some of the best hunting areas in the state. Highland specializes in archery hunts for elk and antelope. Their operations include Wyoming, Texas, and Africa. Highland Outfitters employs some of the finest guides in the business. All guides are licensed by the Wyoming Board of Professional Outfitters and Guides. No matter what the species you decide to hunt, you can count on your guide giving you 110% of being the true professional guide from start to finish. Book your hunt today at 307-797-3311 or 307-797-3312. Visit them on the web at HighlandOutfitters.com. With Highland Outfitters, you will get the true Western adventure.
Folks, welcome to another episode of On the Limb podcast, brought to you by the West Virginia Division of Natural Resources, where deer camp becomes a reality for every listener. Join us as we talk God, family, country, and everything outdoors. Kick back, relax, and have a listen. Now here's your host and co-host Mike and Dan.
All right, guys, thanks for joining us this evening. We was doing something a little different. We had kind of like a crossover episode there with Gen7 Outdoors podcast. Jody Blackwelder, he's the creator of Gen7 Outdoors TV. So we enjoyed a great conversation with Jody this evening, didn't we, BJ?
Yeah, it was a fantastic time. Really glad he had us on the show right there. It's always good when you can get together and share a few laughs and tell a few stories and give all the praise to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. That was always a really good thing for us. So It was a great time. Had a great show.
Yep. Dan, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing great, Mike. That was a good one tonight, man.
It sure was. We had a little different crossover segment there with Jody Blackwelder Outdoors there with Gen7 Outdoors podcast. I thought that was great.
Yeah, it was. It was definitely interesting to be able to come in and get talked to about what we're doing.
Yeah, you're going to have technical difficulties when you're trying to get into new stuff like that, so we was able to live share it from our screen share on our platform that we do, and I thought that worked out pretty good. We'll go back and watch that later. But I think it went great overall. Appreciate everybody out there listening and watching this evening. We had a pretty good number of people watching, but just about as much as our normal podcast, so that's great.
Good deal.
So how's things going up there in Connecticut, Dan? Are you scoping any wildlife out? Is there any wildlife in Connecticut?
Do they let animals grow up there?
Do they have rights?
No, they let them grow.
Okay.
I think if you touch them, you're going to get thrown in jail. Maybe.
I was kind of afraid of that.
I've actually the other day, I come home for the 4th, and I was looking at the regulations for up here for fishing. Getting a fishing license up here is actually not bad for an out-of-state guy. What? It's like $13 for a year.
Well, that's not bad at all.
So I stole Mike's pen, and I'm gonna do some fishing this weekend.
Yeah, he's going.
What type of fish are you going to target in Connecticut?
Saltwater.
Saltwater. Okay. All right.
Yeah. I'm real close to the the sound. What I guess is what they call it up here. It's
Ooh,
not like an
yeah.
intercoastal inlet. They call it a sound.
Yeah.
Nice.
Be careful. Jaws could be up there because it's close to Shark Week.
Man, that's what I love about
Could be.
surf fishing. You just never know what you're gonna pull in.
You can throw a hunk of shrimp or a hunk of fish, and it could get exciting.
Yeah,
real quick.
cut the head off of
Oh yeah.
a mullet or whatever. Or just throw the whole mullet in there.
Oh, mullet.
I mean,
Yep.
you just never know. I mean,
you really don't.
we just come back from down there in St. Simon's Island, Georgia, and we were catching Atlantic stingrays. We were catching southern stingrays,
Speckled trout.
Yeah.
speckled trout, which I think these were more like gray fish, and they call them weak fish, gray trout,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
and it's
Yeah.
speckled just like a speckled trout.
Really?
Yeah, but they have a little fang on the inside of their mouth
Uh-huh.
that the speckled trout don't have.
I'll be daggone.
Yeah. But yeah, we were into all kinds of stuff. We had some croaker, of course. Everybody catches croaker.
God love those.
And then
yeah.
you got the sea cats, which catfish. And I was talking to a guy at work. I said,
Hellcats.
"Are those sea cats any good? Like freshwater catfish is good."
I actually said they're pretty good.
And you've heard they're good?
Yeah.
See, I have. This guy was like, "No." He was like, "I've heard they're bad."
He didn't want to clean them
Well,
for you.
that's the thing.
He didn't want to clean them
people
for
that
you.
don't like certain things. Yeah, and a lot of times that's what it boils down to. People don't want to clean some of them. Like, you go down there and you catch some blues.
Yeah,
People
blue's a
love
great
fish.
meal.
Yeah.
They're amazing if you clean them properly, but it does take a little bit extra time.
But you go to Lake Erie and you go out there walleye fishing and you catch a catfish
Oh, buddy.
or you catch a white perch and they make fun of you. I'll throw it back. But I'm telling you right now, those are really good eating fish.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we have a lot of people around here that really like to get after the hybrids and stuff when they run. Depending on your body of water, obviously, check your DNR regulations for consumption if you are going to partake in that. I do recommend that. But, yeah, there are certain fish that you're going to catch, especially with a guided service or even just being with a coastal friend or family member that's going to deter you away from that fish because they want you to stay away. They probably don't want to clean that fish.
Oh yeah.
Sure. Yep.
Trying to get you on here, Dan, to where we can see our partners there at the top. You're on that up and down part.
Oh, how about this?
Yeah, that works out a lot better.
That better. That's more gooder.
That's more gooder.
All right.
Well, guys, while he does that, let's have a word from our sponsor. Let's talk about Trout Routes. Be sure to visit troutroutes.com and use promo code NATURE26 and get a 3-month membership for free. Trout Routes is one of our great app partners where you can find new waters, new places, and new access points available on both Android and Apple stores. Be sure to check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Carbon TV, Gen7 Outdoors TV, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Yep. We got a bunch of partners, and, this is only our second episode in with, the DNR, the West Virginia DNR. We've got a lot of great things planned with them. We've got tons of episodes coming up. We have some people coming on that we're going to be talking about different habitat things here in West Virginia, different regulations, seasons, different things like that. So throughout the year, you will see us in different places. Our first outing with the DNR will be at the Stonewall Jackson Resort, and that will be for the West Virginia National Hunting and Fishing Days. So we will be there, and we'll be doing a live podcast while we're there. So we will also have a booth set up. So be sure to come by and see us, and we'll have several guests on there. Not sure who they will all be, but, we're all about promoting West Virginia businesses as well. If you're going to be at the Stonewall Jackson Resort and you have a small business in the outdoor industry, we'd love to promote your product or your service and have you on as a guest for the podcast. So just reach out to us. You can reach out to me, Mike, at onthelimbpodcast.com, or you can message us on our Facebook page, TikTok, Instagram, wherever.
Yep, we're on all of it.
All right, Dan. Well, we're going to get out of here for this evening. We just wanted to come on real quick and, talk about that episode and just see how everything was going.
Yeah, great. It was great. I enjoyed it. We had a good time.
Yep, we always have a great time. I sure appreciate your help. And, BJ, appreciate you being in the podcast studio this evening.
Love it. Thank you guys for having me. Wouldn't want it any other way. Folks, remember to check us out at naturesvoicegamecalls.com and use podcast 15 at checkout for 15% off your entire order. Have a great evening, everyone.
All right, guys. Thank you, Dan. Sure appreciate you, buddy. Stay safe up there.
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
All right, man. Have a good one.
This episode of On the Limb podcast is brought to you in part by Will Jewelry and Loan. When you need cash and you need it fast, check out Will Jewelry and Loan. Come on in with your jewelry, firearms, electronics, tools, lawn equipment, dirt bikes, side-by-sides, and even four-wheelers. They will beat any competition's loan amount, and that's a fact. Will Jewelry and Loan guarantees faster and more cash for your loan than any other company in the area. They have the cash you need fast. Check them out on their Facebook page or give them a call at 304-768-5101. Stop in and talk with them at their South Charleston and Marmot locations today. Will Jewelry and Loan.